circle only. I am inner circle. No, you're not inner circle only. I am inner circle.
You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Y'all know nothing about this. Watch me. Watch me. Come on, Ed. Come on, Ed. Prove yourself.
Take it on, dig it. Take it on, take it on, dig it. Take it on.
Welcome to Plunging Hollywood. This is so
We are your fourth favorite
host from the East Coast, the #1 hockey podcast south of the border. Or wait, north of the border?
South of the border.
South of the. I get you.
Canada.
The #1 equestrian podcast that's east of the Mississippi.
Yeah, sure.
There's the
Mason-Dixon,
one of the Doppler podcasts is that's
Yeah.
the skyscraper podcast that Jackie what?
Is in the tree.
Yeah. All right.
That's in the trees. The #1 hockey. Did I say that one? The hockey Mikey Knuckle Pucks.
Yeah, south of the border.
Oh yeah, I did say that one. #1.
You're doing great.
Religious podcasts.
North of the Mason-Dixon
North of
line.
the
You got it.
Mason-Dixon line.
Religious equestrian.
Oh, it's the religious. Those are two separate ones. Okay, got it. And
#1 gay marriage podcast.
#1 gay marriage podcast. So we just came to a gay marriage wedding. So
That's
I think
number
we're on
3?
par for here. We're on par for here. What?
Wait. Yeah. Big Mike's in the house.
Oh yeah. You'll hear his laughs in the background, which is good for that one. So, did I miss any?
Yeah.
No, I think I got them all.
#1 just shimp podcast.
Oh, just okay.
Just shimp.
Okay.
And New Hampshire's #1 comedy podcast.
Is that one official?
Yes.
Rated from where?
Me.
Okay. What about Oregon?
Oregon's #1 comedy podcast.
13252 We can't be giving out addresses, Dad. Okay,
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so here we are in Portland, Oregon.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. You don't know how to do it. You're not Hunter.
I don't do it. Hunter, what a compliment from Big Mike. Hunter does a great job at the intro.
Yeah. Well, he stopped. He didn't do it again until recently.
It was on hiatus. Sabbatical, sorry.
Sabbatical?
Season 5, he was on a sabbatical.
For the entire season?
For the accolades.
So did you wait until you started the new season for
Yes.
him to jump back onto
Yeah.
it?
Season 6, accolades are back.
Did he have a cheat sheet when he came back the first time?
He's a professional.
So he was good.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't miss one.
Listen, he may have been on vacation, but he didn't forget. He's a trained assassin in accolades.
All right.
He's not very good at ad reads, but he crushes accolades.
That's fair. So I'm drinking a Von Ebert.
Oh, I thought you were drinking the Taiwanese beer. I am
No,
drinking.
we're in Oregon. I'm drinking an Oregon beer. I'm not drinking the Taiwan beer.
Well, Big Mike did, so I don't know. I am drinking a
like
Bud
no, he's-
Light.
Yeah,
It's
Dad's
a
drinking
local.
Bud Light too.
Yeah.
You didn't try any of these beers, Dad. the Bavarian brewery style beer. He drank them all. Because otherwise they weren't going to get drank. Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, no. No? You drank the last one.
There should be one left.
Yeah, but that one's hoppy. He ain't gonna like that.
That's
one.
true.
It's got some hops in it.
Did you get a sour today? No.
Sours.
Got a nice
Pilsner
Pilsner.
was good because the Pilsner at the wedding was like an IPA. Wasn't as good as it should be.
The Pilsner I had today was right.
Pilsner, yeah.
That's a
Well,
good Pilsner.
Yeah, that's an Oregon brewery right there.
13 IBU from Big Mike.
Yeah, yeah. So Riley, talk about Seattle.
Seattle was nice.
What did you do in Seattle?
I went on
Your
a
first
nice
time in
gay
Seattle.
tandem bike ride
with your boyfriend.
with my lovely.
The way you described that.
With my lovely woman. How was it, Lauren?
It was fun.
There we go. That's it. We went on. I did 10 miles on a tandem bike.
10 miles is impressive. Like 10 miles. That's a lot.
It's more than most people should go on a tandem
Was it on
bike.
like a nice paved bike path, or
It was on a bike
through
path.
downtown Seattle?
It was through the beach.
The beach.
The beach. It had.
Elky Beach.
I went. It had a vertical incline total on my 10 miles of 0 feet probably. Also went down 0 feet. It was flat the entire time, and I did 0 turns. That's a lie. I did 1 turn when I turned around at the end of the beach to come
right
back.
back.
Yes.
So after 5.5 miles or 5 miles?
That's a lie, actually, too. We did like 5 turns because we went left once. Then we came back and did like 4 miles the other way.
It sounds like you're unsure of your tandem bike ride.
Okay, let's see. We went left. Then we went around. And then we went left again after we finished all the way to the right.
Okay.
And so we did 3 turns.
Was that your best experience with it?
Well, so we got there to the tandem bike station. And we were like, 1 tandem bicycle, sir. And the guy clearly does not get a lot of...
Wait, was this like a street vendor?
Yeah.
It was just like...
It was this shop on the boardwalk that just rents bikes.
Okay.
And they have a bunch of different types of bikes.
Right next to the lemonade stand?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And it was between a boba tea store and a seafood restaurant.
So that was your options, or that was just the options?
That was the housing of the building of bicycles.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And I walk up.
Was it all owned by the same guy?
It was a hut. It was a hut that rents. We were on a beach town in Seattle.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know if the guy's selling seafood and stuff like that.
Oh, no, different huts.
But he's like, hey, if you want some fish and chips,
Different
I'll also give you a
establishments.
bike. Okay.
Yeah, coupon. We walk up, 1 tandem bicycle, sir. And he's like, you should take this for a test drive first.
Oh.
Well, it gives us...
Well, what's with the undoubt, though?
I don't think he sells a lot of tandem bikes.
Oh, really?
I don't think the tandem bike is their hot ticket item.
I kind of want to just ride one by myself now, just to see. I mean, it's just to be like, well, I want one.
So
he probably doesn't get it very often.
We ride it like 1 block, and we're like, this is not easy. And then we ride it back, and we start getting the hang of it, and then we crash into the like.
You crashed it?
We crashed into what's the tent signs, like the collapsible like.
Oh, the book tents. Stands. Yeah.
Yeah, we eviscerated the one of those that had
right in front of him.
Right in front of him, because that was where all the bikes and the pricing and stuff were. We're on that like trifold.
Oh
thing.
my god!
And he looks at us. He's like, "So 2 bikes? We're like, we'll take it."
So that was the final nail. You're like, we can't do this.
What we learned is,
like, yeah, we got this.
What we learned is we were starting to get fine at steering it, but then we didn't know the braking situation until we crashed into that sign.
Was it a handbrake?
No.
Oh.
It's a double backwards pedal.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah,
and
I'm the one controlling like 70% of the bike as far as all directions.
Wait, are you're front?
I'm front.
Steer?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
you're the
front.
driver.
Lauren's hanging out and helping with pedaling.
All right.
But what we learned late in the process is she's the primary brake person. So while I'm steering and doing all the directing, she has to be the one to brake.
Oh.
So like if there's someone like cut us off in traffic and we had to slam on our brakes, it was a whole process.
Oh man. This sounds like a similar story to the kid who I sold my motorcycle to, weirdly enough. It was a kid from it was a Chinese kid that just here for schooling, and I don't know, have you ever been to any Asian countries? There's like big motorbike things out there. Like they all ride motorbikes.
Okay.
Which are like 50cc scooters and stuff like that. So this was like an 800cc motorcycle. And he came and he's like, oh, I just want to test ride it real quick. I was like, yeah. And it was like this tiny, tiny little kid. I was like, okay. And he rode it. Or no, I handed it off to him and he got on. And as soon as I let go, he like was this close to he almost dropped to the bike.
Oh.
And I had to like catch it and pick up. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, okay, you know how to ride these things, right? And he's like, oh yeah, in China I did all the time. Like super broken English. But yeah, I was like, yeah, but that's not the same. Like I know it's not the same. And he kind of like rode around and like still just did a loop and came back and almost tumbled. And he's like, I like it. and I had to catch it again. And he's like, I'm going to go test ride one other one, but I'll let you know tonight. And then he left, and I was like, oh, boy. He came back. He's like, yeah, he called me later that night. I want to get yours. And he came back the next day, and he was road rashed his entire side.
No.
Super scabbed, because the one that he went and test drive, he dropped it while riding and cut up his whole side. He's like, oh, yeah, I want it. He lived in Orange County, which is like 100 miles away from me. And he's like, would you be able to bring it down to me? And I was like, yes, I 100% can bring it down to you if you buy it from me. So it was like my finishing, like I'm selling my motorcycle final ride. So I was like, I'll do 100-mile ride just to do. And I brought it to him, and he paid me, and I left. And I was like, that kid's dead now.
How'd you get home?
Yeah, he gave me a ride to work, I think, and then I came home from work. So, but yeah, I kind of just closed after that, because it's like I don't want to know anything from you after this point. I'm
deleting this chat. I never want to see your name again.
Yeah.
But yeah, we crashed into the sign, and then he was like, "So 2 single bikes?" And we're like, no way.
Well, it's a challenge at that point.
I asked Lauren, I was like, "So 2 single bikes?" And she was like, "No chance. We're taking this thing." And I was like, "Okay." Like,
well, okay, yeah, because a single bike.
Well, all day we were talking about. We're like all week. We're like, we're ending this Seattle trip with a silly little bike ride through the town on a tandem bicycle.
A single bike also means that Lauren has to do her own work. She has to do her own work.
I haven't put that piece of info together until just now. But
At least here is like, hey, I could slack for half of this.
Even on there, I was like,
wait. So when you're pedaling, though,
we're in sync.
You can't stop pedaling at any point.
She can stop pedaling, but her feet are gonna go around.
Still gonna be like,
yeah, she does. Yeah,
okay, that's what I thought. That's more interesting.
My only gripe was I was like, Lauren, take a video. This is silly. She's like, I don't know if I can. I want to be like, I'm the one controlling. You're fine.
Yeah, but she could throw the balance off. I
guess.
I get it.
She did not like when I was texting and taking videos.
Well,
in the front.
Other parts of Seattle, though, I want to hear about is you went to a Red Sox game.
Yeah, that was sick.
I want to know.
So
you guys have also been the #1 hot dog,
the hot dog vendor podcast,
the
#1 hot dog podcast on the internet.
So
I have to text Hunter right now so we can make sure we remember that one.
the hot dogs. Yeah, add it to the list. Yep. #1 hot dog. So that's the main. I mean, the Red Sox won, right?
Red Sox won. It was the only game they've won this week. Since we've left for the West Coast, they have not won a single game except for the one we went to.
So you guys...
For reference, we left for the West Coast 8 days ago.
Yeah. From what I heard from Big Mike is he's the lucky charm.
He is.
He as long as he goes, they will win. But how are the hot dog vendors at... What's the name of the stadium out there?
It's T-Mobile Park.
It's T-Mobile Park. How is the hot dog vendors at T-Mobile Park?
You sitting down?
You see me. You're looking at me.
Mikey, there's no hot dog vendors.
What?
Not a single... Okay, wait. Mikey, there's no mobile hot dog vendors.
Oh, my God. Wait. So... This one's just for like me personally.
Yeah.
Are there mini bat and foam finger vendors? Like
not one.
What?
Not one.
There's cotton candy hawkers.
Yeah, there's
if the beer's
so
there, that's a.
There's like one guy who walks around with like a cooler full of water and beer, and that's it. They don't sell any. So
that seems way more inconvenient.
They're like a next gen stadium, so they have every type of food you can imagine on the concourse. But
you have to get up and wait in line
because of that, because their whole concourse is just next level food and really good food, they don't walk around.
Can you order on your phone and they'll bring it to you or anything?
No.
What?
But there's...
Well, the point of those people is you don't have to miss out on the game and get up and go wait in line.
I think their ideology...
They're wrong.
Their thinking is they have so many vendors that there's not lines ever.
Did you have to wait in any lines?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get a hot dog?
I did get a Mariner dog.
A Mariner dog.
It's a Mariner dog. Let's get
What
it.
is
Yeah,
it,
let's.
what is it called at Fenway?
It's a Fenway Frank.
A Fenway Frank.
Yep.
Okay. Dodger Stadium's the Dodger dogs.
Yep, obviously.
So does every stadium have a signature dog?
What's the Wrigley dog, Dad?
Yeah, Dad, what's a Wrigley dog?
It's probably a Wrigley dog.
It's probably a Wrigley dog. Wrigley Wiggly? That'd be pretty good, actually. I don't know if that would be good because I think like it would deter people from.
What's a Yankee dog?
You guys aren't true fans. I don't. It's just what it is.
The Bronx Brats.
Bronx Brats.
Yeah, some Bronx Brats.
Because brats are different. I think it'd have to be.
Guardian Glizzies.
Yeah, I don't think the Fisher Cats had a specific dog.
Cat
Fisher
dogs.
dog? The cat dogs. Whoa, dude, you need to brand that. Sell it to them.
Hello, Northeast Delta Dental Stadium. I have a proposal for you. The cat dog.
The cat dogs. So was that your biggest issue with the
Number one issue. The other issue is, this is really a me issue. The Mariners branding is so fire that I could not help but spend all my money.
Oh, really? On what?
I walked up to the team store and just had a field day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got a new shirt. I got a new hat. Their branding is just so good.
I don't think I've seen the shirt yet.
I wore it the other day. It was the teal shirt
Oh, really?
that said Mariners on the front.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So how was the Space Needle then?
The Space Needle was fun. I'm the only one in our group who's not afraid of heights. So I had a ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Dad seemed to be.
Dad was crushing it. Dad crushed it on the needle.
It's coming from, like, I walked up the Statue of Liberty with him, and there was no glass floors on that. He was on his knees the whole way up. It was a spiral staircase, and he was on his knees the whole way up. So this, and I've been up to the Space Needle. The scariest part about the Space Needle, I think, is the elevator.
It's the elevator, yeah.
The elevator
sure.
going up, it's terrifying because you're just shooting up down the middle.
See, I love those type of heights. Safe heights, I love. I think they're funny. And I think it's fun.
What's unsafe heights to you?
Things where there's an actual danger that you could possibly get hurt.
Like a cliff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when we go on a hike, when we were on a hike at the top of Yosemite, I was shitting my pants because I could fall off that cliff.
Yeah, but
there's a real chance
rail, though.
Yeah, but there is a chance that I slip over my toes and I fall off that cliff.
I mean, to fall,
I am not gonna die on that Space Needle.
Flip over that rail, though, you got to try pretty hard. Or, like, some football player is going to have to come and, like, rush shoulder you to get you up over that thing.
Yeah, so safe heights like that, I have a field day. I enjoy watching the people who are shitting their pants at the sight of a floor that is bulletproof glass 3 times thick.
Yeah, Jackie doesn't like the floors either.
The revolving door floor.
Yeah, the door floor.
I did make Lauren come take a photo with me.
How long did it take you to get even onto the floor, though?
He was there.
Did you just walk straight out onto it?
No, he had to come take a photo with me, but then once he was on it, he got to
It was pretty hairy.
he came to the conclusion that it wasn't all that bad.
Yeah.
Mom did not. It took her till we were like about to leave to even
Mom
go
was more
on the
scared
floor.
than Dad?
Terrified.
Whoa.
Mom, what was the problem with the floor?
Mom always gave Dad a hard time about it.
It was too high.
The floor was too high?
Apparently, the floor is too high is a very funny.
Wait, like
sentence.
whoa. The floor in the room was too high, or it was too?
The floor is
I
flat.
don't know. The way you're explaining it makes
It was too. The Space Needle's too tall. She didn't like it.
I mean, the CN Tower we've been up in, and the CN Tower is almost 2 of those,
Yes.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
You don't realize how small the Space Needle actually is until you go in and you see the little diagram where you see all the other needles, and you're like, oh, this one's like a tiny one. I thought it was a big one.
But it's the OG needle.
But it's the OG needle.
We don't need needles.
Yeah, why do we?
We don't need needles.
Because they used to be like radio towers, right?
Nope.
Is that what, they
This
weren't?
one was strictly built as a futuristic-looking building for the World's Fair in
the World's Fair?
1962.
Oh man, the World's Fair brings a lot of. Is that like a lot of shit in Chicago was built because of that too? wasn't
Yeah.
it? The week of the fair.
Yeah.
Is there a restaurant up there?
There used to be.
There's not anymore.
Nope. It's the revolving floor door thing. It's the glass floor.
And the whole entire floor is a glass floor.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's just another observation deck essentially, but where the floor is see-through.
So they weren't making enough money off of
Yes,
the
correct.
restaurant is essentially what you're saying.
Yeah, like no, we don't need towers. Toronto doesn't need a Space Needle.
No.
What are some other space? Niagara doesn't need a Space Needle.
That's right. I mean, theirs is weak.
None of these Space Needles are needed.
No. There's a lot of
No one ever needed a Space Needle.
Yeah. So
I did like it. I learned that the Space Needle used to be lit on fire every night. I liked that.
But they would light it on fire?
There was a yes.
At the top of it?
Yes.
That's cool.
I like that more. They do not do it anymore.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Or?
Probably pretty dangerous.
Okay. I don't want to burn down the
I feel like it can't help. It's not a benefit to light your building on fire.
Yeah. So overall review of Seattle.
Liked it.
Okay.
Liked Seattle.
Yeah. Market's cool, food's cool, good. You didn't go to the gum wall, which I know was disappointing to me.
I started chewing some gum to put on the wall, and then we forgot.
Yeah. It's close to the market.
Yeah,
Gotta
we
get it.
forgot. I got a piece of gum. I started chewing on some gum
We
to
did
put
it.
on the wall.
We did it. Jackie was like, "This is disgusting."
It
And we
is
just
super
let-
gross. I got sent a photo of it, and I was like, "That's vile," but I'd like to put gum on it still.
It's a whole. It's not a whole wall of gum. It's a whole alley of
Yeah.
gum wall.
So gross.
And it's just layers on. You know how when you paint over a wall and you just get so much layers that you can kind of start to see it?
Uh-huh.
This is like that, but with gum.
Ugh.
There's so much gum.
Just close it in.
And year after year, dude, the walls are going to start coming
Yeah.
in on each other because
It's just not going to be an alley anymore. It's just going to be
Yeah.
gum.
Oh, it's so gross. Well, that's cool. So now we're in Portland.
We are in Portland.
Um,
We had a wedding. We haven't done that much in Portland.
no, we
but
haven't done anything Portland.
We have a sick Airbnb though,
Yeah, there's a hot tub, a trampoline,
and
a movie theater.
a movie theater.
Yeah, there's a movie theater in it. Our cousin who's in the room and our aunt and uncle are staying right next to the movie theater, so we can't stay up super late watching movies in it. But we've been getting in one a night, at least.
I mean, I felt even if we tried to not, I was out for Jurassic Park.
Oh, that was the disappointing thing about it because I was like, "You're gonna love Jurassic Park." I brought the whole discography.
I was
of
fighting.
Jurassic Park. I brought 5 movies because I don't have the 6th one yet. People who have seen the series know why I'm hesitant to buy. I'm gonna get it, but it's not as good as it's the worst one of them all. Either way, did you enter any letterbox for it at all?
Do you want to? Let's go through my letterbox since the last episode.
Okay,
Because I have watched movies.
Is Jurassic Park in
I
there?
have a lot
though?
of plane movies.
Did you put Jurassic Park in there?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
Watched a lot of movies.
You said you're gonna rewatch it again, though.
Let's see. Okay? Since the last podcast, I've watched too many movies for someone who's been on vacation. I've watched 14 movies.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go through. Okay. I watched The Menu. Have you seen The Menu?
The Menu's fantastic.
It's awesome.
It's a really good movie.
Didn't know what I was watching.
There was a lot of no, I didn't know either. I heard a lot of people give like good, like, oh, it's a little bit artsy. It's like, I didn't get that at all. I thought it was like creatively done. It was unique and it was original.
Yeah.
And I liked how it ended.
Yeah.
I think it was like kind of good and good closure in there. There was not one point in that entire movie that I could predict anything.
What
that
was going to
coming
happen
up.
next? Yeah.
Yeah, that was going to
Yeah.
happen next.
But yeah, highly recommend The Menu. Really, what are my reviews? My review just says, LMAO, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah,
Um,
that's accurate.
yeah.
And it has what was that Nick what's his face, the dude from Renfield and he's all Mad Max, the kid that
Tyler?
I don't want to blow what happens
Yeah.
to him, but
The guy who you think is the main character?
the one you think
when
is
it
the main
starts-
character that brings the girl
Yes.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Nick Holt. There we go. How do you know that? Once in a while I know shit. Were you IMDbing over there? I don't know if I trust you. Yeah. Nick Holt.
Also, Grand Budapest. You watched
you?
The Menu?
Did you like it?
It was weird. Yeah.
He says. Yeah, well, yeah, it's that's the thing. It was like a summoning. They get the deepest of like the worst type of people.
Yeah.
of the rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, It
And then
got
Grant-
really weird towards the end with the s'mores thing when they started
The
bringing out
human
the
s'mores,
s'mores suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen most of them.
Yeah.
A lot of the new stuff that comes out, I watch.
And then Ralph, was it Fiennes, the guy from the Grand Budapest Hotel?
oh, right,
He's
right.
so good at it.
Oh, yeah.
He's
yeah.
the master chef.
Oh no, he's amazing.
He's
yes,
so-
chef.
Yeah, he's so the clap, dude.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
clap scared me every time. I've seen
You
dodgeball.
did not show Riley. You showed Riley.
Yeah, I've seen dodgeball like 10 times.
We just showed Big Mike. What was it?
The-
Heavyweights.
Well, yeah. So all right, I watched mid '90s. It was good.
Oh, that's
Made me
that's
kind of
Jonah-
sad.
Jonah
It's
Hill's
the one Jonah Hill
that one
wrote
hit
and
home.
directed.
That one hit home a little bit because
Yeah.
that was my childhood. That was
Yeah.
exactly my I mean, not exactly for obvious reasons, but yes.
Made me just sad. Made me so sad for Stevie. He was
That's
just like a
Jonah
good
Hill
kid. Yeah.
You've never seen the movie Kids though, because that's definitely where he gained all inspiration from.
Yeah.
That. And that movie is like horribly depressing, but good movie. But if you see it, you'll understand. If you get real into cinema, you're gonna watch Kids at some
Yeah.
point.
I watched Raya and the Last Dragon.
I don't know what that is.
Animated movie. It's a Pixar movie. It's a 2021 Pixar movie.
No idea.
Visually, one of the most stunning pieces of animation I've ever seen. Awkwafina ruins every movie she is in, and she is the second lead. She's the last dragon. She's not Raya, but she is the last dragon, and she ruins every movie.
So did you not like Renfield?
Is she in Renfield?
Okay, so you haven't seen Renfield.
No. I
No,
hate
she is.
Awkwafina.
She is.
Let's see. I said one of the most visually stunning pieces of animation I've seen. All ruined by the casting of Awkwafina. Single-handedly ruined what could have been an all-time great Disney animated movie.
You just don't like her
Sad.
humor.
She sucks. They like animate around her quirkiness, and it's like you could have just done this normally. They add her like big stupid teeth to the dragon. Like,
Okay. Yeah. She does have pretty notable teeth.
Yeah. Which I gave that 3 stars because the movie was.
I was to say that's not bad.
The movie was so good. And she like if you watch it, you'll get it. You'll be like, yeah, no, she took this a step down of what could have been really good.
Yeah.
Watch Sing 2. That one I've seen before.
I liked Sing
Sings
too.
are both Sing movies are awesome.
I like
Bono,
Sing 2.
Bono's great.
I don't know who played Bono, but Sing 2.
Bono's the lion, the old man lion.
He was the lion?
Yeah, because then they sing a U2 song.
yeah.
As I'm still.
What you looking for?
Yeah. I cry every time that scene happens.
Yeah, they convinced the lion to come out at the
Yeah.
end. It's
I need a spin-off of Johnny's dad,
Yeah.
the mafia gorillas.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic movie. And I
Yeah.
was like, I watched it, but like I've never seen Sing 1, but I keep seeing these Sing 2 commercials.
Have you seen Sing 1 now?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I love the Sing
It's
movies.
okay.
They're
yeah,
so
I like Sing 2 more, but it's okay.
Yeah. Watch. All right, now we're on the plane.
On the way here?
I'm now at the plane.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I watched A Star Is Born for the first time ever.
Ooh, rough movie to just watch on a plane.
Didn't know that's how it ended.
Yeah, you're you got on the plane and you're like,
I was
is
having
there something depressing that I should watch?
I was
right now?
having
Let's
a
watch
really
this.
good time watching this movie until I didn't.
Yeah. I know it. Like Jackie made me learn one of those songs on guitar.
Yeah.
and I think I played it with you guys. It's one of the most fun songs to play on guitar. But yeah, I'm never gonna watch that movie again.
I was like ready to be like, I enjoy this movie so much. I'm ready to this will be on my rewatch list. This is fun. I like it. And then if you've seen it, you know.
Yeah.
And now I won't.
I mean, not to say it's bad. It just
It's sad.
it's
Lady
sad.
Gaga crushes.
Yeah, Lady Gaga crushes.
She's awesome.
The
Bradley Cooper crushes.
Soundtrack's pretty good.
The
Even though
soundtrack's
Bradley
awesome.
Cooper can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rough one. I've shot at a lot of those locations too because
Yeah.
they're like super infamous around Hollywood. So they're really every time we shoot in A Star is Born was shot here. It's like, okay, which one? There's been 5 of them.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Back to last week's Wheel of Movies. I watched Rush Hour 1.
Oh yeah.
Could not be made today.
Oh yeah,
Probably
just due to Chris Rock's jokes. Oh yeah, he
Chris
makes
Tucker?
a lot. Or Chris Tucker. He makes a lot of
Asian
he makes a
racism.
lot of racism.
Yes.
But it's
funny.
I think it's purposefully towards
Yes.
Jackie Chan, and for him to I think there's a lot of you're racist by saying that.
Yes.
Indentations.
Yes.
I'm saying that, but
For sure. Still wouldn't pass today.
no.
And then my third plane movie. What a jet
Whoa,
parasite.
we can't just jump over Rush Hour that quick. The people will want to know about. This is one of your franchise movies.
Yeah, this is the one I'm watching right now. Rush Hour's fine.
You only saw one Rush Hour, right?
I'm through 1.5 Rush Hours.
You're through 1.5.
I'm going to finish the other 1.5 on the plane tomorrow.
Okay, well,
I'm not enjoying two that much right now.
Okay, two. Okay, one is great because you have the convention center scene at the very end where
Yes.
they're going through.
Dude, he catches
and
them on the
he
big
catches
flag.
them on the giant flag as
Yeah.
he jumps down in just the nick of time, and the dude falls into the thing, and you got to get the bomb before it goes off in the convention center. It's so beautiful. And there's that weird karaoke scene that's really funny that he just kind of gets up and starts doing the thing.
That's in 2.
That's in 2?
That's the beginning of 2.
That's in 2.
Yeah,
So
where
2
Chris Tucker does the karaoke.
Oh, and
That's the beginning of 2.
that follows for Jackie Chan going through the little hole in the thing, right?
Yes.
That's in 2 then
Yep.
too. Okay, I
Yes.
got you. I haven't seen them in so long.
Yeah.
I do love those movies.
They're fun.
They're
They're
so
good, fun
fun.
movie. I gave it a 3-star. I think it's a perfectly just 3-star
I
movie.
think it'd be a better than 3 stars. At least 3.5.
And then I watched Parasite.
Oh, Parasite's
Parasite
amazing.
is incredible.
Isn't it? You've never seen Parasite?
I've never
You
seen
just,
it.
Here, all right. If you're starting to get into these, when the Academy Award cycle goes,
Just watch
in,
them all.
Well, no, you don't have to watch them all. Just wait till I watch them all, and I'll tell you the ones
'Kay.
to watch. Because I watch them all, and they're about 50-50. I watch them and I'll be like, well, that was garbage. Where everyone's
Yeah.
like, this was amazing. And it's like, it's not amazing. Parasite
was
is
amazing.
freaking incredible. I watched Parasite, and I went down a rabbit hole of just watching Korean cinema and Korean art.
It's so good.
Oh, Parasite's so good.
Have you seen Parasite?
He doesn't watch. Wait, did you watch Parasite dubbed or Parasite subtitled?
I watch anime a little bit.
You did subtitle. You watched
I'm
subtitle.
subs. Yeah.
Well, it's the first question to go in because a lot of people don't. You can watch a subtitle. You can watch it dubbed because they have a lot of dubbed versions.
No,
of that.
dubs are the worst.
Yeah, what is it? Bong Joon-ho? Is he the one who
Yes.
did that? Yeah. If you liked that movie, you should watch Oakjaw too.
Okay.
It'll make you a vegetarian though. It's not like that though. It's fiction. It's actually they look like cows, but they're humongous fictional creatures that are going through the forest, and this little girl falls in love with it. You got to watch it.
Okay.
It's anything that director does is absolutely
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's
Parasite was sick. I didn't know what the movie. I had no.
yeah.
I've known it was a huge movie and was critically acclaimed, but I never even looked into what it is even a little bit about. So I went in entirely blind, aside from knowing that it was a heavily awarded movie.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even that's a good one for Americans to watch too, because you kind of if you don't know what's going on in foreign countries, you kind of just put them all in a bubble. But to see a lower class family in Korea going and trying to get by and then
Well, it's just
take
so
advantage
good.
of a
It's
rich
so good
family
that they
in
make you
Korea.
you start wanting to root for these people.
Oh, definitely.
And then you're like, these people suck.
These people suck.
And
but
then you
still
want to
do
root for
wanna
them again at some
you still
point.
do want to root for them again.
And then you're like, God, these people suck.
They live in they live in a basement of a thing, and their toilet is on a stage.
I liked the stage
That's what
toilet.
They
Yeah.
have a stage toilet that's risen above everything. When you're going to the bathroom, you're just above everything, looking down.
Yeah. And
It's
then
what is
and then
this?
they introduce the old maid's husband, and that throws a whole.
Oh.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's
so
because
good.
halfway through, I was like, I don't quite know where this is going. They're about to take over all the services, but where is this going? And then they add that whole thing.
Oh man, there's a lot of really, really good Korean cinema. Korea is and Korean TV shows. If you've seen the Hunger Game one. That's why am I blanking right now?
The Hunger Game one.
It's not. It's the famous Korean show that won all the awards last year, where they have them going through and they're dying one by one in each of the The games.
The 100. Oh yeah, the 100.
No.
The 1000.
It's not called the 1000.
Strong man. Yeah, I know what you're talking
People
about.
are freaking out with the big girl that goes green light.
Oh, fucking Squid Games.
Squid Games. Or that's no dolphin games. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they actually might start screwing us because the more Americans that start to watch that stuff nonstop, they don't have unions and they work for pennies based on what we do. Apparently the writer who did Squid Games like didn't even like cap out over like 20 grand for that script.
Oh man,
for those scripts and stuff.
And didn't
like
he
that,
like
the creator? Of
didn't
that.
he sell it? Try selling it for like 10 years too.
Yeah, I think so.
Something
He
like
shopped
that.
it around. I mean, I feel like he's got to have gotten more for season 2 because I know that's in production right now. So we'll see about that. If season 2 is good.
So after Parasite,
yeah.
was clearly in an Asian move, so I watched Crazy Rich Asians for the first time.
I've never seen Crazy Rich Asians.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
what
it was
I've
going to
heard.
be like, because that was another critically acclaimed one. So I was like, okay, this will be like an actual. It's just a rom-com.
Yeah.
It's a regular schmegular rom-com.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen
And
it.
also, guess what? It has fucking
Aquafina.
Aquafina. So
Yeah, it's got Aquafina.
you know
Yeah.
my
It's
feeling.
got Constance Wu in it too, and I don't particularly like her either. So I think that's what's. I don't know. Jackie's seen it and stuff like that. I will say
My main
one thing
question
about-
was, why did the Asian guy from America have a British accent?
Oh, that's a good question.
That was
I don't know.
interesting. The main character was an Asian guy who lived in New York and studied in New York, but he had a British accent.
The one thing I will say about Crazy Rich Asians is their slot machines won me a lot of money in Vegas. So I can't hate it too much.
Yeah, they had like big grand sets and
yeah,
like
I know
that
the
type
designer.
stuff.
I know
That
the
was
designer
fun.
who- I
That
know
was
the designer who
really
did it.
cool.
I know the designer who did it, and he told me a story about how about that movie he designed like a whole river in a set.
Yeah.
like for one of like the facades that they were doing. That sounds like it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
You might know what I'm talking about. I
Yeah,
don't.
a lot of the design stuff was very pretty, but like it was just a regular rom-com.
Right.
So I think that may have been me going in with higher expectations than maybe it deserved, but it was fine.
Yeah.
This is where I started watching movies with Big Mike. Watched Let's Be Cops, 2014 film
It's fun.
with Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson?
Yeah,
What?
he's the Nick Miller from
Oh.
from
New Girl.
It was it was Coach and Nick from New Girl.
Right.
So it literally just felt like a weird spin-off episode movie of New Girl because both of them just play their New Girl character in this movie. They're both just their New Girl character.
Oh.
So the whole
yeah.
time
It's with Damon Wayans.
yes, who plays Coach in New Girl.
Okay, he's Damon Wayans. I know him from White Chicks and from all that. Not from New Girl. It's
Coach from New Girl.
You haven't seen any of the Wayans movies?
Not really.
Oh man, maybe you should put that on your franchise too. Not just for the franchise, just from the movies they did because they're fucking slappers.
Yeah. Okay. I gave that 1.5 stars. It was dumb.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you went to a movie called Let's Be Cops, thinking it was going to be a great movie. You watched that with Dad. Where did you guys watch this?
In our Airbnb in
the
Seattle.
Airbnb. Okay.
This was the beginning of him. Every time I put a movie on, he just sits down and goes,
This is dumb.
"You and your dumb movie. You and your dumb shows." He goes, "You and your dumb shows." Then the next morning, I walk downstairs, and what does he have on? Dodgeball, a true underdog
Oh,
story.
you put on Dodgeball though.
So I got to sit down and go, "You and your dumb shows."
You've never seen Dodgeball?
No, I've
though.
seen Dodgeball 100 times.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got to say that to him. Dodgeball is always good.
Dodgeball is always.
Dodgeball is
You can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench.
Dodgeball holds up as well as maybe any comedy
Yeah, Dodgeball.
for replayability. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. I mean, Vince Vaughn too. I'm never. Vince Vaughn plays the same character in every movie, but you know
Yeah.
who doesn't? Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller. We'll get there in a second. What I got to introduce Dad to the gem that is Top Gun Maverick.
I can't believe
He
you've
thought it
never
was
seen
just
any
Top Gun in general, but that's fine. Still got to Still got. It's a perfect
Top Gun-
movie.
It's a near perfect movie. I will say, yeah. What's it? They pulled. It's not a very different movie from Top Gun.
It's the same movie.
It's pretty much the same movie.
It's the same movie, but with Russians.
I like the fight sequence. Top Gun 1 had a fight sequence. There was a big fight sequence.
Yeah.
I like this one almost a little bit. I like the actual action part of it better because I like the idea of them just going in and doing a mission and coming out and having a trajectory plan. But then something goes wrong and they have to get out of the bad situation. Whereas Top Gun 1 was just them.
We're going into
going
a dog
into battle,
fight.
and then they still were coming out, and then they kind of got bombarded, and then they had to have a dogfight, gun battle to get out.
And then this one, they added the whole wrench into it by being like, we have to use old planes because their technology can't detect old planes.
Right, and it's the son of.
So that way they're
Goose.
not.
It's Goose's son.
Yeah, that way they're not using.
It's tough to watch the second one first. I'm glad you liked it because there's a lot of like, oh, who's Goose? You're not gonna
to
know
be
Goose
fair,
is. And Val Kilmer is a lot better when he can talk.
Yeah, but also like you don't miss out on anything Tom Cruise wise for like. They just added a love person that you're expected to know they've had a history with because Tom Cruise's former love interest is old and gross now because he doesn't age, but everyone else does.
Right. I think the idea was for her to be the same person. Was
No.
it not?
No,
It
totally
wasn't?
different. No, it's totally different
I completely
person.
thought it was meant for her to be the
No.
same person.
Absolutely
Just like,
100% different
they
person.
couldn't get the actress or something.
No, she's gross now.
She's just gross.
She's gross now, so they're like, let's just find a like young hot MILF and we'll just add 2 lines of dialogue to make the audience know like, oh yeah, they have a history together.
Sure.
And then we're on.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I was disappointed also. I know they were like, oh, well, they made a cool new like football thing on the beach, but beach volleyball would have been better. I think they should have brought back some beach volleyball.
I'm just going to ask you, have you ever asked Jackie how she feels about that slow-mo scene of Miles Teller doing the shake for like 0.6 seconds?
She doesn't like Miles Teller.
Oh, see, Lauren.
She's worked with Miles Teller and he's a piece of shit.
Lauren loves Miles Teller.
Miles Teller's not a good human being.
Don't
so
tell her that.
It ruins it.
Just don't tell her it.
She hates Miles Teller.
She also hated Lauren hated Whiplash. I don't.
Jackie worked on the first Whiplash that actually got the movie bought.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the short. They had a short that they pitched to actually sell Whiplash.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's a claim to fame for her, I guess.
Nice. We watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So our theater,
right. In the theater.
our theater's it's legitimately.
Oh,
It feels like an IMAX.
Yeah,
theater.
no, it's not. They didn't just buy a projector, put it up, and like, we got a theater. They had somebody come in and redo the whole.
Yeah, we're in
surround
some
sound.
rich person's Airbnb.
Like when the bass is going on and everything, it's shaking the whole house.
Yeah.
It's a legit ass theater. It's a good theater.
It's not. It's awesome.
I want to watch every movie. It made me.
I want a theater.
We're always thinking about like, oh, if we got an addition and we would put another bedroom, how would we do it? But now I'm like, screw the bedroom. Like, if we're gonna do an addition, we're putting in a theater.
Yeah, you need somewhere to put your popcorn.
Yeah, the popcorn machine.
Yeah,
that's the one thing our theater's missing is a popcorn machine.
Exactly.
If they had a popcorn machine, it would.
Just think, Mikey, you could clear out so much room in your living room because you would move all your DVDs to the theater.
It's true.
And your popcorn machine, that's how you sell it to Jackie. Think of all the room we open up by not having this entertainment stand.
I know. We just have everything in the theater.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, we watched Super Mario Brothers in there, and it was fantastic.
It was fun.
It was so good.
It was
felt
nostalgic
like we were watching a
and
movie theater.
Yeah, I don't know if I think that helped, but I don't think it overly helped. It was just a fun movie.
I have. I got the Letterboxd for that one actually.
Yeah, you and your long reviews.
Yeah, you probably already looked at it. I mean, it's not the. I won't do the whole breakdown of it since it's so. I like doing that for movies that a lot of people haven't seen.
Yeah. My only complaint.
I didn't put it in here. My last movie I put in was Lars and the Real Girl because I wanted to. Because Jackie was watching it for the first time. Have you seen Lars and the Real Girl?
No.
Oh my God! I saw it for the first time a long time ago. But since you just saw Barbie, you should.
That's
watch
on my watch list. It's on my watch list.
Lars and the Real Girl.
Yep.
You should watch it soon.
Okay.
You know the premise?
Nope.
Okay, it's It's Ryan fucking what's his name? Ryan
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. He plays a hermit living in his brother's.
Is that him with a sex doll?
Yes.
Okay.
So him and his parents died.
Okay.
And they inherited him and his brother's married and stuff like that, and they live in the main house. They inherit their house, and he doesn't want to like live with them, so he's a hermit in their garage, like sub house, like their guest house.
Yep.
And he likes it there, and that's the thing. But he's like autistic or something.
Sure.
Like he's got something going on.
Yeah,
So
he's not
quiet.
normal.
And his brother's wife is always trying to like invite him over for dinner, but he's just working. Like she like tries to corner him, and she's like, "You're coming over for dinner," because he'll see her coming, and he'll just book it into his house and be quiet. And then at work one day, his buddy's like, "Oh, look, you can just pick boobs, whatever type of pussy you want, anything." And he's just like, "Oh, that's weird." And then a box shows up at his house like a week later, and he like shows up at his brother's doorstep, and he's like, "Hey, this is Patrice. I want you to meet the new girl I've been seeing." And it's the sex doll. And enough because it's such a small little town that the whole town, like, they feel for him. So he starts going to church and in a wheelchair bringing in this sex doll. And he's like, "This is my girlfriend. Oh, she doesn't like to do this." But at first it's weird for everybody. But then they're just like, well, he's being social. Like,
Yeah.
let's not make him feel bad. So the whole town, after a couple weeks, just starts
Just
like
buys in.
just buys in and
Yes.
just starts like doing
Accepting it, yeah.
accepting him because like he's going in and they're just like enough to where like the girls are like, "Oh, I think she wants to come out for girls' hair day with us," and they're taking. She's like, and he's like, "Oh well, we were supposed to go do this." But okay, and then he'll like push him in, and he's like, "We were supposed," like he'll start arguing with it and going. It's fantastic.
Is
It's
Ryan Gosling?
It's the best Ryan Gosling role I've ever seen.
Really?
Like acting wise, I think he's so good in it, and he doesn't play like he plays this creepy, weird, like semi-mental guy,
Yeah.
where he's usually like, "I'm the handsome, like, I just want to bring you to bed." Like, you
I
know,
feel like he always jokingly plays that role, though.
I still though. I like him in this role because it's such a serious role and it's good. And there's no singing. There's no like weird shit. It's just like, it's just a genuinely good, like, and the ending is just so perfect. Like they couldn't have ended it anyway.
Cool.
And like, you should watch Lars and the Real Girls.
It's
like,
on the watch list.
Yeah, it's so fun. What other movie were we talking about?
We were talking about Mario. My complaint is it's a weird complaint. It's like they almost used too big of actors, but they didn't have the actors try to get into a character that existed already. And that kind of bothered me because then I could never at any point associate or dissociate, really, Charlie Day and Luigi and Chris Pratt and Mario. They weren't like trying to be Mario or Luigi or
they
Seth
made the
Rogen
joke about it in the beginning.
Yeah.
They made the joke about it at the beginning.
Yeah,
they did, like,
I don't
a
actually
commercial
talk
thing.
like that. Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, well, do you think the accent's too much?" No, I think it's
But
good.
also, though, like they had Charles Martinet, who's Mario. He was on the movie.
Right.
He played Mario's dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's the voice of Mario in all Nintendo.
Yeah, but he's not an actor, so that's why they're going to do it. He's a voice actor for video games, which
He's
is
a voice actor for everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you already had him, put Chris Pratt on fucking Toad. I don't know, like add Yoshi and give it to Chris Pratt.
That was
like,
my biggest thing about it. There was no Yoshi. There's no Waluigi or no Wario, which I'm fine with no Waluigi and Wario
because you can do another one, and those guys aren't main roster guys.
Yoshi though,
Yoshi's got to be on there.
Is like one of the number one picked characters in all the video games.
My other omissions were Chomp Chomp. He's that like dog ball on a rope.
Yeah.
And then Thwomp, he's the big rock who
the Bullet was in there.
Bullet Bill was on there, obviously.
Was in there.
Those were my other omissions. But yeah, I feel like they just didn't try to even get into the character voice at all.
No.
And that kind of took me out of it a little bit.
Did.
Jack Black
went all in.
Jack Black
Bowser
crushed it.
Yeah, he went all in. He was so good. And I think that was the best part about it. I mean, we got to see the song. The song was cut short in the movie. I've only have ever seen the YouTube clips of the song, and it was the full song, and it was.
The way the song took over the internet, I thought it was this big. It's such a small part of the movie. It's such a small part.
Yeah, it's very quick.
And I don't know if that's because I'm dating a teacher who gets sung that 12 times a day.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the song was a small part of the movie. All right, next we watch Heavyweights.
Oh yeah, in the hot tub.
We watched that half on mute in the hot tub, and then
not on mute, just super low
volume.
Yeah,
and then the rest of it normal. Also holds up very well.
Oh yeah, always. Hershey
Kiss. I'm feeling skinny, Tony.
Skinny,
buddy.
Yeah. Oh, they're on the body system. The body system. Body. Yeah. Good morning,
attention, campers.
Yeah. Breakfast has been canceled due to lack of hustle. Deal with it.
I'm starting to like Ben Stiller, and I don't like it.
Oh, Ben Stiller's fantastic.
I hate Ben Stiller.
I mean, when's the last time you saw Tropic? I think as you get older, you learn to appreciate him a lot more. Have you seen Tropic Thunder recently?
Not recently.
You should rewatch it. If you didn't like it then, you should rewatch it.
I liked it then, but
and even now, I like that Ben Stiller never folds to anything that he ever did. It's like they're like, oh, it's very offensive, and he's like, I would do the exact same movie again. I wouldn't change a single line. And it's like, yes, you're goddamn right.
It's still so funny that when Tropic Thunder came out, people didn't have a problem with Robert Downey Jr. They had a problem with Simple Jack.
They had more problem with Simple Jack. Well, because he had lines like "you never go full retard." He had a lot of really rough lines in there. Simple Jack was a lot more cringeworthy than Robert Downey Jr. was, to be fair.
Yeah,
but it was all fantastic fun, and it was supposed to be bad. I mean, the movie's about cringeworthy actors.
Yeah,
and they did perfect in it.
Yeah, they did.
There's not very many bad Ben Stiller movies. I mean, I'm not a huge Meet the Fockers fan.
Yeah.
So I don't really care about those ones, but The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is so good, and it's such a serious role for him. I do like the Zoolander movies. I know a lot of people don't like the Zoolander. Have you seen any of them recently?
Yeah.
You didn't like them.
I don't like them.
Yeah, right, that's fair. That's fair. Not everybody's cup of tea.
My takeaway from Heavyweights, though, is I need to see the outtakes of just Ben Stiller working out funnily.
Yeah.
Because
I bet you could find them.
Those scenes of him just running with a log above his head are so funny.
Where he just starts
and
picking
I just know there's so many outtakes and extras
of
those of how can we make a funny exercise thing? They probably have an hour of just random shit. They were like, let's see if maybe he runs with this on and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be good to watch.
Might be one of the best Disney originals. Disney Channel originals.
Probably. I've seen it I've probably seen it close to 10 times. And it's still great every time.
The tagline for the movie is, so they don't run the fastest, they don't jump the highest, but they sure are getting the last laugh.
Yeah.
Heavyweights.
And you pretty much got more than half the cast from Mighty Ducks.
It's just the Mighty Ducks.
It's just the Mighty Ducks guys in between D1
and
D2.
D2, yeah.
And they just wanted to do something. They're like, oh, let's do a fat camp movie, and then we'll go back to the Mighty Ducks. And it was a great thing for them to do. Yeah, for sure. There's not a lot of the movie makes sense. It's why would you have the MVP jock camp go and face these guys? Let's go to the fat camp and face them in a face-off and just
that's standard camp trope, camp movie trope. You got
so that's what happens.
That's what happens in camp movies. Is the rival camp comes to town.
Yeah, and
the boat propeller being used as nitrous. On the go-kart at the end. That was funny.
Comical.
Never noticed that quite before.
Yeah, that's comical.
Yep. They're like, let's turn on the nitrous
boost to shoot him higher to be able to roll down the cage
to take
on top of the thing.
A big fucking jump.
Oh, yeah. It was fantastic. Aside from that, we've started watching Jurassic Park.
We watched Jurassic Park. I mean,
it was a rough... We started drinking at 2
We started drinking at 2 that day.
Yeah.
And we drank heavily till 10.
Yep.
And we also went to a couple of gardens and stuff, so we walked around.
Oh yeah,
I was
through a couple of gardens. Yeah, we paid $20 to go
We
to a was it a Zen garden?
A Zen
Japanese Zen garden.
That was like
there was a couple
half
bonsai,
a mile long.
Yeah, there was a couple bonsai trees in there, and a garden. There was a couple rivers and koi fish.
Some koi fish. Yeah. Was not worth the $20.
Not worth $20. The
But
zoo was also $20, and there was a lot more at the zoo.
I feel like the zoo made our value was wasted on the Zen garden worth it.
Oh, totally.
So that helped. I tried. Every time I started getting sleepy, I was like, come on, you gotta watch this movie. And I got through the beginning part that set up the dinosaur portion.
Basically, you got through like the
boring shit.
I don't even think it's like that boring.
No, it's not.
It's interesting and it's fun and exciting, and especially like I love one of my favorite parts of the whole movie is when the professor's like really excited trying to show them stuff and they're like not paying attention to what he wants. He's like, "Oh, look at this video I put together."
Yeah.
It's like, "Hello, John."
Yeah.
"Oh, hello. I need to take a pic of your blood." And they start like going through the thing and they're
Hold
like,
your
"Hey."
butts.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, same. I remember saying it was like, "Oh, here we go. You've heard that clip 1,000 times on my show, and you've never known that it was from this movie."
No, never.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh yeah, here we go, Sammy Jackson." He's like, "Wait, Samuel Jackson?" I was like, "Yes."
And just a minor role. You're like, yep, that's right.
And yeah, he's always just smoking cigarette filter.
Yeah, just the filter.
Just the filter in every single scene we see him in. But yeah, that was a tough movie also because everybody's going to bed and like there's a big difference between the baseline of Jurassic Park and the baseline of Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Because it literally half the movie it's like all you do is feel bass of footsteps of T-Rex coming in and water.
Well, so that was good because every time I would start losing to sleep, there would be like, don't.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what the fuck? And then I would every time there was some sort of dinosaur scene, I would like come back. I would snap back to life like 30 seconds before because I would hear the fucking bass line of our theater.
Yeah. To a T-Rex eating somebody on the toilet.
I was awake for that whole
You
thing.
were for that
That I was there for.
Yeah, that's one of the more famous scenes. You were awake for more of the big taglines. The
Most big
that is
scenes
one big
was
pile of shit. You know.
Yep.
The big quotes.
I'm gonna have to watch again, but I think
Are you gonna watch it again front to back?
But I think I have enough to watch 2.
To watch what?
Number 2.
Oh, probably.
I don't think I need to rewatch before I move on. I think I have enough to continue.
Yeah, you were commenting on the ending, so
yeah,
you figure it out. The ending.
Yeah,
I mean, I would definitely sit down and rewatch it if you have the stamina for it. But
I'm going on a 6-hour flight tomorrow, so I gotta figure. I think I gotta finish. I gotta finish Rush Hour 2 and 3, and then I'll probably watch Jurassic Park 2.
Jurassic Park, for my opinion, I mean, 1, 2, and 3 are all pretty consistent. Like they're all really good.
Well, I know that they're going back to the park because they left it in shambles.
Well, they left it in shambles.
Well, they abandoned it with dinosaurs.
Well,
that didn't sit right with me.
I don't even want to ruin anything for you.
They abandoned it with dinosaurs.
Yeah, I don't want to.
There were dinosaurs roaming that
there
park.
definitely is. There definitely is, and I don't even want to ruin it for you.
Okay.
So you gotta. I will say, there's one of the movies you'll see a little piece that maybe a dinosaur may get out of the park.
Yeah.
Go through, and then
they did rip down that fence thing.
And then there's a movie where they go back in, maybe, and try to.
He did rip down that road, and that road leads to a open gate.
I mean, it's all island though. It's all island, so you'll see.
Yeah.
Watch it. It all makes sense, but they line it up really well and how they do it in the sequels and stuff like that. And
do you like the sequels? Not the sequels. Do you like the reboot?
The reboots? They're not even reboots. Those are sequels also. But the Chris Pratt.
So there's Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, and then there's Jurassic World, and then other names.
the first Jurassic World I really do like, and a lot of people don't like. I mean, but I think you're gonna get that
people just
camp
want
with
to hate
everything.
People just want to
Like,
hate
it
Chris
wasn't
Pratt.
the original. I was like, no shit, it wasn't the original.
Yeah.
I also liked the newest what is it, the Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
with Paul Rudd and stuff like that. And the people who don't like that, I think, are just gonna there's gonna be no pleasing those people.
Yeah.
But as far as getting back and having a new generation of cast and showing them like the essence of what those movies were, yeah, I think Jurassic World did the same thing. It's the first time we see a park that's actually open, and it's years later, and it's done with the guts of the actual original park. So you can go in knowing that, and it's done 25 years later. Like,
Yeah.
it's done way down the line, and
Yeah.
they try it again with more money, and that's what corporations do. It didn't work the first time, so let's try it again and see what goes down. So it's just refreshing because you never ever get to see an open park. Like with the first movie you saw, it's a test phase.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell it to people, and they're trying
Yeah.
to like say, this is what we have, it's ready to open almost. We actually get to see an open functioning park with guests and rides and
That's
people
cool.
going through the whole experience and new things happening. So I think that was really good. I think they did it well. I like Chris Pratt. I don't mind Chris Pratt. I'm not a Marvel fan, but I like Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, and I think that goes into it a lot. So yeah, I don't think they did wrong with it. Dominion,
Is that the new one?
yeah, and they brought back all the original cast and Jeff Goldblum and all that stuff for that one. I had higher hopes for that one. I wish
That's
that
sad.
one was better than it is. It has a lot of their personalities and stuff like that, but I don't think it's as good. It's watchable.
Okay.
That's about all, though.
All these new movies are watchable.
Yeah, none of them.
There's so much money into them.
You're gonna see them front to back.
Yeah, they're all watchable.
It was still better than a Marvel movie. But, you know, they're all fun movies, and I love Jurassic Park movies. I just like the movies. That's
Yeah.
it.
I'll probably watch that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so now you're going to be torn between Rush Hour and Jurassic Park. Sounds like by virtue you have to do Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, before we wrap, I gotta add. We have some new ones to add to the list because people fucking suck.
I added a bunch.
It's
of
you,
those
your
today.
people.
Yeah.
New to the list. We got the Chronicles of Riddick. No idea.
I don't know what that is.
No clue. We have the Fantastic Beasts movies.
The Fantastic Beasts movies are Harry Potter, though. That's in the Harry
Yeah.
Potter. That's like
in the universe.
It's in the universe, but it's like you have Dumbledore and stuff in there. It's like splitting
It's
up.
sort of Dumbledore.
It's like if you're gonna split up Hobbits in the Ring, or Lord of the
no,
Rings.
they're a bit. They're totally separate.
All right, whatever.
I guess. Yeah. We have the Antonio Banderas Zorro
Yeah,
movies.
you're saying these are separate, but then you're gonna like push together Alien and Predator, which are those are that's the exact same
Dude,
situation.
I'm watching AVP in its entirety.
Maybe they're in a different universe, but they are completely separate.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna watch them, there's a specific order to get the whole picture, and that's kind of what it.
I mean, there is for Fantastic Beasts also.
Yeah, they're all in front of.
They are all in front.
Yeah, they're all together though. With AVP, it's like you have to do Alien, Alien 2, and 3, then Predator, then whatever.
All right.
All right. Antonio Banderas Zorro movies.
Oh, right. Yes.
Lethal Weapon.
The Lethal Weapon one, I'm surprised you didn't have before.
This one's going to Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek's going to be 13
When we learned there
movies.
wasn't that many, we added it to the list.
Yeah.
We thought there was going to be like 25. There's only, what was it, like 11?
I think it's like 11.
Yeah. Doable.
Yeah.
The Nutty Professor.
Yeah, I can't believe
Oh,
actually
you know
put
what's a
that
good
on
one
the
to add on top of the Nutty Professor is Dr. Doolittle. We're going to add Dr. Doolittle to the list.
list. Dr. Doolittle with the newer ones that
Yes,
are like
obviously,
Oh,
yes.
no.
We don't.
With Robert Downey Jr.
That's
Is
the
that
yes. That's the beauty of this list. You don't escape the new reboots.
Yeah.
You have to watch the new reboots.
You can tell me how that is. 'Cause I
Yeah.
have
So we have the Nutty Professor and Dr. Doolittle. We have Maze Runner.
the Maze Runner series. Those are fun. At least they're fun.
We have Mad Max.
Those are great.
Which I've seen the new one, but I haven't seen the original.
Yeah, the original ones are good.
So
They're different. They're
we have-
not as exciting.
we have Planet of the Apes. I'll probably just do the modern ones.
No, you should do a couple of the original.
Well, I'll do
They
the
haven't
original,
seen-
but I'm not going to do the original.
Okay.
Like the way back ones.
I mean, I don't think they precede like 1978 or anything like that.
That's pretty
like,
old.
I don't. It's not old. Star Wars was 1973, wasn't it?
Yeah, but did they have monkey technology back then?
I think.
Did they have Andy Serkis back then?
No, they didn't have Andy Serkis.
Then I don't
He's not
want
that old.
Then I don't want it. We have Ernest. I don't even know what an Ernest is.
The Ernest movies. It's just I don't even care to tell you. Ask Bobby Blight. I mean, but ask Bobby Moore.
Okay.
They.
It's just some guy who says Vern.
It's just a guy who acts mentally challenged. It's basically like it's in the era of like Mr. Bean and
Oh, no.
and all that stuff. It's a little bit better than that, but yeah, it's dumb comedy
Okay.
and stuff because they like to say I look like him.
They do. Yeah. And then we have the Anaconda movies.
Anaconda movies.
Those will be added to the list.
And if I would say, I think the Anaconda movies will set you up if you want to add other ones to this.
Piranhas.
I think, well, yeah, like Piranhas and stuff like that. And if you're gonna do those, they're gonna be in the same light as like Tremors almost.
Yeah.
But
Tremors is on the list.
Yeah, Tremors. I had a lot more fun than I thought with Tremors when I watched it, especially even actually as they got it newer and more crazy because they started going to like Thailand and stuff. So I think those are good ones to throw in there.
But yeah, so no spin this week. I'm just going to independently watch Jurassic Park. We can take it off the list.
Yes.
I'll watch that this week. Hunter, it's 3 a.m. local for Hunter right now, so I'm not going to have him spin the wheel.
I'm already choosing for you, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's Jurassic Park.
I wanted to watch all 5 of them while we were here. But
We tried.
Yeah, but I feel like if the movie theater was up here and it wasn't connected to bedrooms, we probably would have
Yeah.
at least gotten 3 or 4 of them out.
Yeah, probably.
But
That's all right.
not this time. We got a lot of wrestling in today.
We got SummerSlam, man.
SummerSlam.
We got exactly one
I didn't
wrestling
know you were
in.
such a big wrestling fan.
I follow.
You follow,
I follow.
clearly. They're like, oh, that's this person's brother, and they're in history. That but they hate each other now, so they're gonna kill each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is how it goes. But I don't know. I thought you were the biggest TLC guy. I have to talk about this before we go because I can't believe that we know more TLC crazy shows than you because I thought you watched them.
No, me and Hunter started this podcast being professional TLC show writers. We never said we watched the shows. There's 2 type of households. I'm going to say there's 3, and every house has 2 of them, usually. You're either a sports house. Let's go with 4. You're a sports house. You're a news house. You're a Impractical Joker's house, or you're a TLC house.
I don't know any Impractical. They have to have a lot of people because
You know at least one Impractical Joker's house.
Is it you?
It's on my TV. I don't
you guys
put it.
watch Impractical
I've
Jokers?
never once in my life put it on.
I've never seen that show in my life.
I've never put it on.
I have seen it once in my life, and I was like, "This is like it's just a bunch of grown men laughing at things that aren't that funny to me."
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Who in your house watches it?
Lauren, it's on my
Lauren
TV
likes that
all
show?
the time. Yeah.
So interesting.
We have cable for 2 things: to watch the Red Sox and for her to watch Impractical Jokers and
Whoa.
Friends.
Okay. Do anybody in your house watch reality? You guys watch 90
Yeah.
Day Fiance? Don't
Yeah,
you?
we would. No, we don't. Not actively.
What do you watch?
We watch a lot of we watch Netflix reality shows.
You don't watch Love. You watch Love Is Blind and
Yes.
and stuff like. Okay, those are the ones that you watch.
Love on the
Too Hot to
Spectrum.
Handle.
Have you ever heard of The Spectrum? It's a new show.
It's a new show.
Yeah. I think it's a YouTube show though.
I've seen Love on the Spectrum.
Love on the Spectrum is great.
They also have what is it? Dating Abroad, I think it's called. That's a newer one that Jackie started watching, and there are some people on the spectrum
That's sick.
on there doing that where it's like they'll send like American people out and they have a matchmaker out there to like match them up with people that they think they're like, and the cultural differences are just like too far for some people.
This is not gonna.
And they're like, yeah, well, what if I wanted to like do this and this and this as a woman, and they'd be like, nah, ain't good for me.
I didn't know you guys are active TLC people.
Well, Jackie is, and I'm just,
And you're there.
I'll get hooked. Like,
They're good shows.
90 Day Fiance is the one that I'm like, I'm always like, all right, you don't watch the next one without me, because I kind of do want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, there's this one kid, there's on the
That
news.
show's intimidating to start, though.
Yes.
Because
it's extremely intimidating to start.
there's such a universe.
There wasn't when we started getting.
There's such a universe
there is
of
a
them that
universe.
I don't know any of, that it's very intimidating to
You
start.
can also just do one on a regular season, and it doesn't really matter because you're not going to.
Okay.
So you can just start anywhere and just like the new season. There's a new couple that's like so fucking crazy that they've never met. This one is 90 Day Fiance the other way. So it's when Americans go out to live with them in their country. But this one couple, this kid that's like our age, and he's like a nerdy. He lives in his like camper or whatever.
Yeah.
And he has glasses on all the time. He's just a kind of a nerdy kid, and he's dating this girl from the Philippines. And they FaceTimed. They never met in person. FaceTime 24/7 because they are so jealous that they think if the phone is off for more than like 20
They're with
minutes,
someone
they're
else.
cheating or they're with somebody else. So like this kid,
They'll do their whole life.
he has one of those like little like tripod mini things
Yeah.
for his phone at all times, and he goes into the dentist's office and he's like, "Oh, this is my partner. Is it okay if I just like set her here?" And then the dental hygienist will like do his teeth and then walk out, and she'll be like, "Why were you looking at that bitch?" And he'll be like, "That was my dental hygienist." And they'll get into like a huge argument. She's like, "I just don't get you anymore," whatever. And it's like shit like that. But there's so much to where he takes a shit with her
Just her on
watching
FaceTime?
on FaceTime, and he's just like sitting there like, and they show it. And when he's flying out to meet her, and he's like, "Oh, who are you sitting next to?" And he's like, "Oh, this is just a girl here." He's like, and then she like has a nervous
Don't even
breakdown,
come.
and it's like, yeah, like, don't even come. You don't even love me anymore. And it's like, these people are fucking
Yeah.
crazy, man. Like,
That's so funny.
so there's like you always find the one couple that was like, I was like, I don't really care about anybody else. I just want to see.
I'm invested in these
invested in
people.
these people
Yeah.
because this is so bizarre that goes through. But
We watched some of the other shows. My 600 Pound Life and
yes.
Couponers and Hoarders. Those are the.
1,000-Pound Sisters is better than any of the 1,000-pound
Is that
shows ever.
Amy and Tammy Lynn
Yes.
or whatever the hell? Yeah.
Yes,
The
Amy
Sody
and
Pop
Tammy.
girls.
Yeah, the Sody.
Yeah.
I gotta have me sodies.
I know them via social media. I've never watched their show, but I follow both of them on like social.
It's hard to not. I mean, and because like you know what happens now before the show, like the new seasons even come out, because like you see pictures now of Tammy, which Tammy's never been able to lose weight.
Yeah.
And she's like not skinny, but she is like
Yeah.
a quarter of the size she used to be.
Yeah, and Amy's still fucking huge.
Yeah, so stuff like that. But there's a show that I was sure that you would have heard of that you were kind of surprised hearing about today that we were talking about, which is MILF Manor.
MILF Manor sounds
MILF Manor.
literally like the type of show I would watch.
You have a
religiously.
house filled with people who just a mom and a son will go.
So mom and son combo
Yes.
go to this house. A bunch of mom and son combos.
I kind of want to read
And they
the like
all just try to fuck each other,
yes, I kind of want
except for the mom and sons, of course.
Here, let me read the like official like description because it's
Thank
so
you.
creepy to try to describe that I think we need like the official like show description of this. Okay, well
It's also
this
a
is
great
really
name.
quick.
MILF Manor is a great name.
Let's see. Okay, they do not do a good job at this.
I mean, how do you sell mother-son combos? Try to
I
get
know.
laid together
MILF Manor.
with other mother-son combos.
Single women between 40 and 60 seek love with single men in their 20s while staying in a beautiful retreat in Mexico. This does not do a good job.
The only
at
twist is
I know.
their mother and son. Dun dun. Tune
Yeah.
in this week.
Here we go. I got the official Wikipedia. MILF Manor is an American reality TV series that has been airing Sundays at TLC. 8 single women between the ages 40 and 60 go to live in a villa in Mexico to pursue romantic relationships with 8 single men of a
That's
few decades younger.
So many less combos than I thought there would be.
In the first episode, the show reveals that the men are the women's sons.
That's so many less combos. I thought it would at least be like, we brought in 40 sets of mothers and sons.
No.
That way you don't have to see who your mom. Nope, they're like, we have 8 of them. You actively talk to and are friends with the guys pursuing your mom. And you have to, I guess for the production value, you need to keep it small.
Yeah.
For the drama.
Here's even better. Each mother-son pair shares a room. In the second episode, the contestants guess each other's deepest sex secrets.
Why would you have them guess?
With one of the other woman reveals that she has had sex with her son's best friend. Oh, man. The fourth episode introduces elimination to the program as one mother-son duo is kicked off, and the fifth episode introduces a new mother-son duo to take their place. Yeah, so there's a lot of weird stuff that happens. I remember, like, it gets super cringy because they start, like, hooking up with people in the house and they start talking way too openly. But then there's, like, other games that's like, oh, guess which panties are your mother, like, type of game. And you're like, this is just horrifying.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that soon.
I told Jackie.
That's just on cable. That's just TLC.
That's just TLC. It's on TLC. I think we saw it somewhere. Hold on, let me. I'll do you.
You said Discovery Plus.
Is that? Do they have TLC?
I think that's what you
said.
Plus?
Here, I'll do you one better.
Jackie
Where to
said
watch MILF Manor?
Cable.
Yeah, I was gonna say cable. Discovery Plus. Oh, and Max. And
Max.
Oh, it's free subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to download that right now for the flight tomorrow. Fuck rush hour. I'm watching MILF Manor.
Jurassic Park, you've been sidelined.
Yeah. You said DILF Manor's coming too?
Oh, yeah. Let me.
That is scarring.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, man.
What's up, sluts? We're bringing your dad to watch you get railed.
It's funny because when you're watching this whole thing, you're like, because we were watching it and the whole time I was like, if the roles were switched, this would be a criminal act. Like, these would be so horrifying. People would get canceled and stuff like that. Then you hear, oh, they're in development for a DILF Manor.
It's like when you watch Love Is Blind. You're like, this would be better if they had ugly people, and then they added ugly people, and you're like, this is not better. This is bad. Please go back to normal.
For the Love of Dilfs. Oh, it's out.
It's called For the Love of Dilfs? Excuse me?
Hold on. Okay. Essentially, oh, never mind. This can't be the same.
Different show?
Yeah. This one is essentially a queer Love Island. This is the hypersexualized reality show that you see daddies and himbos. I've never heard that term before.
So it's gay Love Island with dads.
Yeah,
with
they
dilfs.
try to find their soulmate. It's tones of lean, not so clean fun. This is not the same show that I was.
Also sounds fun.
Also sounds fun. No, I've seen. There looks like there's reaction videos to DILF Manor, but oh no, that's For the Love of Dilfs.
DILF Manor, such a good name.
Yeah. No,
I have a red-eye flight tomorrow.
Yeah, DILF Manor. It's gonna come out. So yeah, we can end on that, I guess. I don't have anything more to add. We'll be heading back. This has been another episode of
Plunging Hollywood.
Plunging Hollywood, I guess. Live from Oregon.
Live from Portland, Oregon.
From Portland, Oregon. It's official clothing brand rooted in hip hop. Yeah, promo code. I don't even know if it's 25% off anymore.
Promo code Plunge at checkout for 15% off your first order.
15% off.
If you get an extra 10,
good
sick.
for you.
Yeah.
Things are getting reduced. Times are tough.
Yeah. Go check it out, ohfishl.com. Go to adamandeve.com. Use promo code PLUNGE at checkout for 50% off and 10 free gifts. I'm going to go to bed now because I got to get ready for... I guess we're not doing any airports, so we're going to the beach, but Red Eye Flight's going to suck.
Yeah. Inner Circle Podcast Network. Go check out all the shows.
InnerCirclePN.com. We'll be back next week. Peace.
All right, done.